Okay, good day everyone. We are here again on our show, The Big Question with Reverend Nelly. So we are here with another mind-blowing question, and I have here with me Mr.
Segun Emmanuel.
Mr. Segun Emmanuel. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And the question for today is, can you take a job from your spouse's ex? That's your wife's ex-boyfriend. Can you take a job from him?
Absolutely no.
Why no?
First of all, as a man with a pride, my jurisdiction as a family man, I'm not going to take such offer because, number one, my pride. Number two, it definitely exposes my spouse, to vulnerability, in the sense that this is someone that owns had something with her. And there's one thing about women. When a woman loves you, he wants to protect your interest at all costs, even if it requires offering her body, just to keep our family together. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So I wouldn't want to take such
risk
a job because it's a detriment to my pride.
To your pride. So you're saying basically it's an ego thing now?
Definitely.
When the bills to pay?
Yeah, we always have to find a way out. There always be a way out.
Maybe you've tried all means and there's no way out. I'm sure obviously you've been trying all means. You've not been able to get a way out, because for your wife to go to that extent of involving her ex, then it means that you have tried all resources and you're not getting results. And she goes ahead and looks at it, there's no big deal, and calls her ex that is in a position to assist, and you're saying you can't take the job because of your pride and your ego. Does ego pay bills?
Like I said earlier, listen, of course ego does not pay bills, but it's not all about money. Do you get? It's not all about money. My wife, this is someone. What must it have to do with her ex?
What if it's the only option that you guys have left? You have exhausted all options, and that's us what.
But the little she's bringing to the table, is a matter of time. I will definitely get a job. So, like I said, my pride, and she herself is vulnerable to that man.
If she's vulnerable, it means that you don't trust your wife.
It's not about trust. See, let's look at it from this perspective. My wife, of course I trust my wife. Do you get my point now? But she has blood running through her vein, and temptation will come and all that, and I'll be a subject to that man in question as an employee or a staffer in his company.
Okay.
Do you get my point now?
I do.
So I will never look elsewhere for a job. So that's my point.
I don't see that way, because I feel what basically the answer you're giving now is just basically ego, self-respect, and vulnerability.
Exactly.
So, but ego does not pay bill. Now, are you saying that a man who is jobless has self-respect? A man who cannot pay bills has self-respect, because when you cannot pay the bills of house rent, you cannot put food on the table, you cannot pay school fees, you cannot, basic things is difficult to get in the home, and you're talking about self-respect.
Okay. Another thing I want us to look at is keeping my family together, because in the course of doing that, you after getting the job, and you keep everything going, and you'll be able to pay your bills at the end of the day, and you feel comfortable that okay, now the family, everything is in order. But you might eventually lose your wife.
How?
The possibility of losing your wife at the end of the day is there.
How would you lose your wife?
Because another problem I have with this issue is that another problem is that women, in the days of trouble, life is full of ups and downs.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, my woman might want to insinuate about it, like maybe when we have misunderstanding at home, she'll be like, if not for me, women, you know how you guys behave.
Or in my own opinion, before a woman will utter that word, the man might have said something. See, when it comes to disagreements,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, both parties are always involved in whatever utterances are being made during that time, and anybody can say anything during that period of argument or issues
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
quarrels. But that shouldn't affect when it comes to paying bills or taking a job from your ex. Because if you're saying because my wife will insult me or will tell me if not for me, well, you wouldn't have gotten a job, does that mean, will that stop you from taking a job from my ex? Or when you know that job is like a lifeline, a lifesaver as at that time, like a life jacket as at that time, because already you don't have a job, you can't pay bills. As a man, you're drowning. Like when a man cannot pay bills, he's drowning, and that time, that thing comes as a life jacket for you. So you're saying now you'd rather drown than take a life jacket?
We see things from different perspectives.
I just asked you a question, Sadam. Would you rather drown than take the life jacket?
Absolutely, I wouldn't want to get drawn up. But the point I'm making here is that, I wouldn't want my wife. Your ex should be your ex, and it should be your ex for good. And I'm not expecting any connection in a way that's, being an employee of that company, working for that man. Of course, I would definitely be, under the man's control.
Okay.
And you can just imagine, it doesn't look at me.
He's just basically he's just basically an ego thing.
No. you can have viewers can testify to that.
Okay, everyone, you've heard it. When we argued it out before, I said it's an ego thing for a man, but they're saying it's not an ego thing. That is a self-respect thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's saying it's an ego thing, it's a self-respect thing, and it's also vulnerability on the wife's side. So if you have anything to say, follow us on our handle and drop your comments, and please don't forget to subscribe too. Thank you so very much. Thank you for coming on our show. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, sir.